Hey guys, what's up? It's Nicole. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here, everyone. It's my nightly live stream, Saturday night live stream. Go ahead and let people know that I'm over here. If you are in the Hangouts crew, let everybody know that I'm about to go live. How does this nude lip look? Is it too light, Max? Let me know. Hey girl, hey. Because I feel like, because I'm so dark. Oh, wow. I know that because it's lighter, it makes my lips look really big. Okay, anyway, I had bigger lips. So, I was asking everybody in the Hangouts what they wanted to talk about today. Because if you're not aware and you're on my channel, we have a Hangouts chat for people in recovery who are looking for more support. And all of us are in it. I'm in it. Thank you. I'm in it. Classy's in it. Max in it. Jason's in it. These four. George is in it from My Bento Hell. Rock and Roberta's in it. We're all in it. We're all in it. So, okay, I'm going to unplug you guys so I can put you guys down and stabilize y'all. So that way. Can you guys hear me? Is the TV too loud? Hey, Mama. Hey, you guys, that's my mom. Say hi to my mom. Hey, Gina. Hey, Mom. This is my mom's always on my channel, just so you guys know. So, yeah, she knows everything. She's watched all my story times, even though she probably shouldn't have. She does. And so, she supports me in my recovery, you guys. And I'm so grateful to have my mom be on board with me. She supports me so much, and I am just so grateful to have her in my life and to have her back in Arkansas, because my parents, whenever I got sober, let me tell you guys a little bit of what happened to me when I got sober, since my mom is here. So, yes. So my parents left and moved to New York when I was in the depths of my addiction. My dad couldn't take it anymore. He was about to have a heart attack because I was literally killing myself, and my parents knew it. You know, I wasn't living with them. I was actually here in Little Rock. Okay, Happy Farms. I was actually here living in Little Rock. Me and Neil were just running the streets, you guys, getting high as hell. And my parents were worried sick. I remember some of the last contact that I had with my parents was trying to get them to pay to get my car out of impound, because I had gotten pulled over while trying to shoot at Roxy and got my car impounded for not having any insurance. And I called my mom and I was like, hey, Mom, can you get my car out of impound? And her and my dad were like, no, we're not going to do it. And I remember being so angry at them because it was $3,000 it was like $600 to get it out of impound. I didn't have any money. So I ended up selling my car for $3,000 cash. And I gave my parents a couple thousand to pay off my credit card bills. And I took the rest of it and I shot it up. Shot it in my arm. And kept on going downhill, you know. And then then I got pregnant. Oh, I love doing makeup, Happy Farms. Yes, it really does. When I wake up in the morning, I really like to do my makeup on days that sometimes I just throw on like a quick BB cream and out the door because I have work. But on days that I can like take time and like really do my makeup and really like make it look pretty, I love doing it because I'm good at it. Before my addiction got too bad, you guys, I used to work at a cosmetic counter and do people's makeup for a living. And so, but that was before my addiction took over my life. And I still could like work and be a productive member of society, you know? Hi guys, I just want to tell you I don't have a profile pic. Oh, Carrie, you're okay, girl. Thank you so much for clearing that up because we have had some trolls. But, so my mom is in this chat, you guys. Say hi to Gina. That's my mom. So, I was working, you know, in the cosmetic industry, and I love doing it. my passion is making people happy and helping others. And if that means by doing their makeup to make them feel beautiful, like, I just absolutely loved doing that. But whenever I was like at the very end of my addiction, I got pregnant. And I remember calling my mom and telling her that I was pregnant and that I was due July, I think it was like July 2nd is what it said, right? July 2nd of 2015 is when I was due, or 2014. And I remember my dad saying, "Oh, we're leaving July 1st of 2014, and we're going to New York, and we're not coming back." My dad had always planned to retire and go to New York, so I kind of knew it was going to happen, but it like happened a lot quicker because of just the stuff that was going on in our family. Like, I was just going down the drain. I was using while I was pregnant. I was just, I was a wreck. And I was out of control. So I remember my mom came down. My mom came down for a week, and I don't know how she did it. We were so lucky because I went into labor at 5:00 a.m. on July 3rd, and my mom was able to make it here by the time I had my little boy. And she helped me learn how to breastfeed, and she helped me take care of Nate for the first week that I had him. And I remember sneaking out and leaving the house because I needed a break. And I think I had been home for like 2 days, and my mom was here at this house where I live now. And I left and I went and bought Xanaxes. And I remember coming home and taking the Xanax and falling asleep on the couch with Nathaniel, he was newborn, on my chest. And my mom said she just had this feeling that she needed to get up and go check on me. And I was falling off the couch with Nathaniel on my chest, and he was brand new. Like, if he had fallen off and I had landed on top of him, I might have killed him. But my mom came in there and got him and said, "Wake up, wake up." And I lied and said that I was just tired, but I was really high on Xanax. And I tried so hard, you guys, to not use after I had my son. And I even went to the doctor because I was having really bad problems with PTSD, with postpartum depression. I love you too, Mom. And I went to the doctor. I got on medicine and everything. I was trying so hard, but I wasn't trying hard enough. I was trying, but I would only do so much. I was trying, but I wouldn't go to meetings. I was trying, but I wouldn't reach out and get a sponsor. I was trying to do it on my own because I didn't want to ask for help because I thought that I could do it. I thought, because I just don't know, you guys. I wouldn't reach out for help. Like, everybody and their mom knew that I needed help, but it just kept on trying to do it on my own. So finally, the end all be all was when my best friend called, CHS on me, and my son got taken from me 2 days before his first birthday. And I used to be so mad about it, you guys. Hey, Captain. I used to be so mad about it and like really hate her. But today, like, when I think about it, I know it was because God, did that for me, and he made me ready, to accept help and to actually get the help. And her calling the DHS on me was like that extra push for me to go and like really get help. So, and then, then my parents came back to Arkansas like 6 months ago, maybe a year. No, it's been about 7 or 8 months. I don't know, maybe it's been a year. I can't remember. Anyways, they came back, and I've been sober for 3 years now. I've been sober for 3 years, and now I'm working on Suboxone taper, and I'm working on a new eating lifestyle and healthy eating. But I had to go through, I want to hear how you are tapering when you're ready to talk about that. Well, with my taper, I have to do it really low and slow. And so before I even thought about tapering, I got put on Suboxone after being in treatment for 30 days. I came out of treatment and I was really afraid to relapse, because I knew that if I relapsed, I would get my son taken forever. So I got put on Suboxone, and I've been on it for about 3.5 years. And so the way that my doctor and I have figured that I would start tapering is to just taper low and slow. So what I've done is I've taken 2 milligrams off, and I'm just staying. So I'm at 6 milligrams, and I'm taking that. And so I go to see him on the 14th of next month. I'm going to tell him what milligrams I'm at. And then I think we'll stay at that milligram for a couple months. And then I'll take 2 milligrams away again. So I'll be down to 4 milligrams. But I'm going to stay on 6 milligrams for about 3 months. So that way I get kind of like stabilized at that dose, and my body gets used to being at that dose. And then I'll go down to 4. But I'm already kind of like 6 milligrams. I know it's not really a lot. I mean, considering what I could be on, I think. So I'm really just trying to go slow, because that's what I've heard from everyone else, is that it's really important to go low and slow and to stabilize at each dose. I'm very, very happy for you. Thanks, Mama. Hey, Tripolar Troy. I want to make sure that I am doing it the slowest with minimal amount of withdrawal as possible. And I know, this is what I know from experience with opiate withdrawal, benzo withdrawal, alcohol. Okay, I have withdrawn off all those things cold turkey before. I have went through shitting on myself, throwing up everywhere, shivering, hot, cold, everything, you guys. So I know that the battle the battle is the mind. Our minds are so powerful, and that's where our addiction centers, in our mind. The disease of addiction is a mental obsession, okay? And the way our addiction is like triggered is through a thought, okay? A lot of the times, or maybe you'll see something that reminds you. Everything that happens is centered in our minds, you know what I mean? And so it's like I'm fighting my own mind. So when I get like my mind is already trying to, for real. And it's so crazy that I almost wish that there was a way for me to blind taper with Suboxone. But with Suboxone, it's like, it's not like with methadone where you go in and get dosed with a liquid. Like, I have my own prescription here at home, you know? It's so crazy though, you guys. Like, my mind is so, I can't even explain it to you, but I do know that when I jump off, that my mind is going to go haywire, because I've experienced the mental part is the hardest part for me. Like, I'm going to be straight up with you guys. Like, I was in constant state of withdrawal all through my addiction because I'm independently wealthy, okay? And I wasn't a smart drug addict. I never had drugs for the next morning. I always used all my drug and thing for the next day. I don't know how people do that shit. When I was getting high, I take that shit and I'm using it, you know? Yeah, Tripolar Troy, I hear you. And I can imagine that was probably really difficult. But I'm telling you, like, it's not even the physical part is not what I'm like afraid of. It's not the part that I'm afraid of is the mind. I never saved a wake up shot. Never. I couldn't do it. Like, my mind is like all or nothing. So, and I've really, for the past 3 years working working with my sponsor and doing the 12 steps and working with other addicts and alcoholics, like I've learned about the disease, and I think that's half the battle. Because I know that it's my mind. I know that my brain is a diseased brain. I know that that addiction is centered right there in my brain, okay? So a lot of the times I can identify when it's my addiction telling me things. Because I'm telling you guys, my addiction will tell me, oh, well, you know, you could always go to the doctor and get prescribed Adipex to lose this extra weight, Nicole. And that is my addiction. That is the part of my brain that operates off of the negativity, that operates off of the lies and the obsession to use. And even though I've been sober from drugs and alcohol for 3.5 years, I still have little fleeting moments where my mind will think, hey, here's a bright idea. See, Leah, I don't know how you did that. Right. And so it's all about, so what I've been working on since I've been on Suboxone is retraining my brain. When I first got on Suboxone, you guys, I used to try and abuse the shit out of it because I thought if I take more, I'll feel better because I'm an addict. And that's what my mind would tell me. Oh, you need to take more, you know? Oh, you're having a bad day. You're tired. Here, take an extra Suboxone. And so I battled with that at the beginning, overtaking my medication. All right. Then once I got that problem fixed and my brain, it's almost like I had to tell myself, Nicole, taking more is not going to do anything. And also, after having negative consequences, like being called in by my doctor and having them count my medication and being sure, I don't like to, like, not be good at something. So when I would get called out for being short on my medication, that also, I didn't like that feeling. I didn't like having those negative consequences. So I started changing that and started taking my medicine as prescribed. Then once I got that kind of training, you know, my brain trained to understand, then it's like all been a journey for me with Suboxone. But I know that once I get off of it, my brain's going to have to adjust to not having that. You know what I mean? So I'm telling you what, guys, I'm not worried about the physical part. I'm worried about this part. When I had my... Yeah. And I even when I was talking to my friend on the phone the other day, here, aren't supported of the wean. It seems they want people to stay on it. Oh, wow. My doctor is freaking amazing, but he also will tell me, like, I don't think you're ready. If he didn't think I was ready. Like a year and a half ago, I wanted to taper, and he was like, I don't think you're ready. And I really had to start being honest with myself, because what happened was I wanted to jump off because I was ashamed. I wanted to jump off because I felt judged, because I felt other people it's not even, I wanted to jump off early because other people were making me feel like I wasn't good enough because I was on Suboxone. And it's really sad because I hear a lot of people, when you're in recovery, you guys, you're just in recovery. None of us are like better than the other. Nobody's more sober than somebody else. Nobody's like more recovered than anybody else, right? But I'll hear a lot of people who are abstinent talk about medically assisted treatment like they're a doctor. And they'll say, well, I don't think that a person should be on it for this long. Or they'll say a person should only be on it for a week. That's as long as somebody should be. And I'm like, when did you get a degree in medicine? Here's the deal. If you think about it, it makes complete sense. A person needs to stay on medically assisted treatment until they can get themselves in order. If I had gotten on medically assisted treatment for 1 week and then jumped off, what I have accomplished in that 1 week? Nothing. Okay? In the 3.5 years I've been on medically assisted treatment, I've worked the 12 steps twice through, and now I'm on going around them again, and I'm taking somebody else through them. Okay? I got a therapist that I go to once a month. I got my license back. I have a house. I have a brand new car, and I pay insurance. I have a job. I've been promoted at that job. I have my son back. I got my kiddos with DHS. So while I was on this medication that was helping cravings from to opiates, I was building my life, and I was going and changing everything around in my life. But what I had this insurance plan on my recovery to catch me if I fell. That's what I call Suboxone. It's a safety net. So if I fall back, it'll catch me. Okay. So while I was on this medication, I did all these things that my whole life is brand new in these 3 years. And now that I have a strong support system and a strong recovery, and I've learned all about the disease of addiction, I am armed with the facts. And that's how you fight your disease, is by going out and learning about the disease of addiction. And now that I've learned, I've got coping skills, I got family, I got you guys, I got my sponsor, I got my sponsee. I mean, I'm ready to go to war. It's like, basically, when you're on Suboxone, you're supposed to be getting your front line set up for war. Shh. Okay, let me see what y'all are saying.
Mommy,
yeah.
Can you come with me to do this left? Can you come with me to do this other game?
Okay. I had to get my mental state straight before I could even start recovery. Right. Okay, and so Leah brings up a great point, you guys. A lot of us addicts suffer from dual diagnosis. A lot of us have mental health issues, mental illness, and we have to get ourselves stabilized in that respect also. Or else, you know what? We can't even begin to recover from our hopeless state of mind and body, because our minds are fucked because we have mental illness. So that is another really good point. Thank you, Leah. That while we're on this medication, we can get all these ducks in a row. And then you taper down low and slow with your doctor. You know, and it just, and you know what, guys, I watched a girl that has a channel and she's abstinent, and I was so excited to find her because she's like really, like, I just like, and then she started talking about Suboxone, and it broke my heart because I thought, wow, you know, I think God, I'm on Suboxone because I needed to be humbled. I needed to learn what it was like to be in a place where I needed extra help. Yes, son.
Can you come with me?
No, son.
Then go away.
No, Nate, you're fine. Go play your game. What? Your Nana's on here. Say hi to Nana. Tell her about how you're being a bad boy. It just had to get to, okay, so anyway, I don't know what I was saying. Mental health is really important. So with the tapering, like, for real, you've got to just taper low and slow with a doctor. Like, legit, the doctor's just going to take away a couple of milligrams, and then I'm going to be on that for a couple months. And then when I go back, he'll take away a couple more milligrams, and then I'll be on that for a couple of months. And then he'll take away a couple more milligrams, and I'll be on that. But I'm telling you right now, like, hoarding up prescriptions of Suboxone and like keeping extras for later and all, like, you're not going to stop until you run out. If you're hoarding them up, Nathaniel, I'm about to get the switch. You hear me? I'm about to sting them little legs up. Yeah, Carrie, I know. Yeah, I totally agree. Because what happens is a lot of opiate addicts will continue to relapse, and because the part of the brain that opiates connect themselves to and mess with, it will never heal. That part of our brain will never be the same, and that's why so many opiate addicts keep going back to opiates, because they never feel normal. They never feel back to themselves. You know what I mean?
Come on.
I'm about to bust Nate. Go. Yeah, my mom's here. That's her, Gina. What, Alexander?
Scared of this thing.
We'll reset the game, bud. Here. You're a big boy. There, now pick something new to play. I'm sorry, guys. Me and Nate we sat down to dinner together. We had cheese cheddar burgers, okay, which were absolutely delicious. And then we came upstairs, we cuddled, we watched some Little Rascals together, and then I told him I'm going to do a live stream with my people, and I need you to be a good boy while I do it. The only time he wants my attention is when I'm talking to you guys. If I wasn't talking to you guys, he wouldn't give a damn about me. That's the truth. Okay. But like I was saying, if you have Suboxone and it's in your house, like, you're not going to not take it. It's not about the brain cells. It's like a chemical. I was reading this thing about this lady who does these, like, she does some kind of therapy where you take these, like, vitamin things, and then I don't know how to explain it, but our brains are always going to have this, like, because what happens is the way our brains produce dopamine and all that kind of stuff, that's what opiates do. The opiates come into our brain, and then our brain, like, releases that euphoria, that feeling that makes us feel good, right? And so what happens is our brains don't do that on its own now, because for so long we were hitting it with those opiates and it was going psh, psh, okay? So now our brains, that's why forever, like post-acute withdrawal, when we get sober, maybe 2 years sober, and we're still feeling like shit because our brains aren't producing the feel-good stuff like they normally would. Because what has happened is all those years of just opiates hitting the receptors, and then the receptors go psh, 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 with all the good feel-good stuff. Now it doesn't do that anymore. You know what I mean? And even like with somebody who is on, there's probably ways to, like, take maybe like vitamins or some kind of supplement to help, like, boost it or replace it. But I don't know if our brains will ever replace that amount that it does, you know? Which is why a lot of us use. Now in recovery, people want to judge and criticize how we manage our sobriety. Carrie, I know. And it's like when I was in my addiction, I would say, right. And so, yeah, totally. And I don't know, like, I don't know. I guess I could look it up. But a lot of people and a lot of doctors that I hear, they'll tell, like, my doctor, he'll tell me, like, your brain is never going to be the same, you know? Right. And so I've been on Suboxone, and even without a little bit of an opiate, I know it's not a little opiate, but what I mean by Suboxone is only a partial antagonist. So what it does is it's not even opening my receptor all the way to where all the stuff flows out. It's just doing it halfway. So once I get rid of that, I've been feeling like shit. And I think the brain can heal itself, but what I think I think it takes time. And by us being addicts, is the thing about it is we want instant gratification. So when we get sober, if we don't feel good right away, we're like, what is this all for? You know, why am I doing this? And when you're sober and you're not, like, you guys, I can admit it, like, I have an opiate going into my brain. So I have, like, I feel like, I'm just being honest, like, you know, I have a little bit of a fallback, you know? Well, what it does is it opens up those receptors halfway. It doesn't open them up all the way. So that's why you can't get high on the Suboxone, you know? Okay. A lot of people think that you can, you know, but what it does is because it has a plateau, like, ceiling effect. It's just, I pray that like when I get off this medication that my brain will heal itself over time, and I will definitely report back to you guys a couple of years down the line after getting off this medication. But I'm going to keep it real with you. You know what I mean? I'm going to let you know if I don't feel like I ever will be okay again. You know, it's just I don't know. I know that I've done so much damage, you know what I mean? It makes me scared. It makes me scared because I really don't know what is going to happen, but all I can do is do what I can do, you know what I mean? And here's the thing, you guys, I'm even to the point, here's how I am. Like if I come off my medication and I feel like shit, you best believe I will get right back on it. Because what I've done is I've learned that it doesn't really matter what other people think. And you guys got to learn this too. When it comes to your recovery, it doesn't matter what anyone thinks. It's about your life. Okay? Because some people can walk and talk again after brain trauma. Why not? Yeah, Mom, and I think I think that our brains can heal from it, but what I'm saying is it's not even about the brain re-healing itself. It's about ourselves being able to accept that it's going to take time and then also be part of that healing process. Like a lot of the times, because here's how I explain it. Being an addict is like having two different personalities. Your sober personality, like this personality, that's me right now, recovery Nicole, and then addiction Nicole. And what happens, sometimes those two personalities cross over into each other. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's like sometimes, I don't want to explain it. It's like fighting your own self. That's the only way I know how to explain it. Being an alcoholic or an addict is like fighting inside of yourself, fighting your own brain. Because the brain tells me to go get high. My brain tells me that when I'm not feeling good and I'm having a bad day, that an extra Suboxone will make me feel better. Or when I'm not having a good day and I need to lose some weight, that getting on some cocaine will make me lose weight faster. And so, Brian, I can't date you, baby. Thank you for the offer. I have a husband. Okay, girl. See you later. Right, Carrie. It's like the physical and the psychological. Yeah. And it's like I can truly say it. It's like fighting yourself. But I guess you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to look up, you guys, and find out about if our brains can heal themselves after opiate addiction. I'm not able to study that, but I mean, I guess I can find out. I guess what maybe they could do is maybe somebody that passes away, maybe they can take their brain and like cut it open and look at it. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Y'all got me on a tangent tonight. So what were we going to be talking about? We're supposed to be talking about building self-confidence and change. She is just like, if you guys, I'll have her on the channel one time. I know y'all have seen her like in my vlog at Christmas and stuff and Thanksgiving, but I'll have her come on the channel and like share with you guys because she just keeps it real. But listen, I was watching back some of my videos the other day and I was talking and my hands were going and I thought, I look just like Dad. Oh my God. Anyway, so self-confidence, y'all know I love makeup. And so a lot of the times, like if I'll just wake up and like take a shower and get myself ready, put on a little makeup, doll myself up a little bit. It really does help, Yeah, baby.
I want you to come in give me some chocolate milk.
Okay. I also think that a lot of my confidence comes from having a job, you guys. Because when I was in my active addiction, I was always losing my jobs. And I'm a really, really hard worker. Hey, Randy. I like working. I like working for my own money. I like having my own paycheck. Like, I like being productive. So I feel like whenever you get sober, if you're struggling with low, he is so jealous, Mom, when I talk to Mom, I'm telling you. You know it, Mom, because every time my mom calls you guys, he is all over me. I can't even talk to her for 5 minutes. Yes, Jordan, see? And it helps it, like, it makes you see, like, hey, I can do this. We just have to remember, our jobs are great and everything, but we have to remember that we're addicts still and that our job can't come before our recovery. And let me tell you guys about my experience with that. So many times, I would get a job and then I would start working a whole bunch of hours and I would stop doing my recovery, right? And guess what would happen? My sobriety would go out the door. And so always keep your sobriety, your recovery, whatever you do to stay sober, whatever it is that helps you. Keep that at the front of your life, even before your kids. Okay? Because if you don't have that, you're not going to have your kids. You know what I mean? So we have to keep our recovery at the forefront. So that way, everything else will fall into place. If we have our recovery at the forefront, everything else in our life will fall into place like clockwork, like little dominoes. And I always thought, what I thought when my sponsor would say that, I was like, she's so full of shit. But you guys, I'm telling you what, everything that I thought everything that I thought the people that were trying to help me would say that was full of shit, everything they said was true. It all works. And now I look back and I'm like, if I had just listened to them a couple of years ago, my life might be so different now. Here you go, bud. It's got a straw in it. Do you want me to turn it up so you can hear it? Okay. Hey, Nana said she hears you being a little tooty tooty. She said Rudy tooty booty. Hold on, Jamie. I got to read your comment. Okay. Oh, classy. I've been doing this thing. Oh, classy. Yeah, you got to leave it under there for at least till it dissolves. Because it goes in through there, Hey,
can you give me something to eat? Like oatmeal.
Yes. You just had a whole hamburger. Also, I think Bama has there. Yeah, it's willingness. I call it, this is what happens. Whenever you get ready to get sober, the gift of desperation comes in. Something happens, usually something really bad, that kind of like pushes us over the edge. And we're like, I got to make a change. I want you guys to go follow. He is so tall, Mom. I want you guys to go follow this girl. Her channel's called Merncat, MERNCAT, okay? The reason I want you guys to go follow her is because I want you guys, okay, she is struggling, okay? And she's been making some videos where she's just like really, really, really crying. I mean, just having a hard time. But here's the part what I mean. When I'll comment something like, hey girl, if you need help, reach out to me. I can help you, get treatment. Or, she was actually talking about her boss and she doesn't want to go in because she's high or she's using and she doesn't want to lose her job. And I told her, I said, why don't you just call your boss and be honest with her and let her know, that you need a couple weeks off, that you need to get help. Because here's the deal, you guys, honesty is always the best policy. You might be afraid. There it is. Jason put it up. Thank you, Jason. You might be afraid to ask for help, but I'm telling you what, it's the only thing. It's the only way, Okay? There's no way to do it by yourself. I promise you. I tried for so many years to do it by myself. She isn't ready to face it. I have literally tried like I've given her all these like awesome suggestions. But I know because I was the same way. She has something to say about every single thing. An excuse for every suggestion. Mad Max. Okay. Do you know what I'm saying? And so when you're crying about being high and when you're crying about your life sucking because you're on dope, but then when people give you a suggestion, you don't take it, then your life doesn't suck that bad, okay? You got to get to a point where you're desperate and that you'll take anything. You guys, listen to this. When Nathaniel got taken from me, I didn't even miss a beat. I said, take me to the detox. The caseworker was driving me, and I said, after we take my son here, I want you to drop me off at detox. I didn't go home and get any clothes. I did not pick up $200. I did not pass go. I went straight into detox. There's no question about it. But that's because my life was, I was done. I was desperate. I wasn't going to take my kid through that hell anymore, and that's the thing, you guys, like, you got to get to a point where you're ready to change. You've got to be desperate. And some people just, it makes me so sad because that's the thing. Like, I know you guys think I'm hard and that, maybe I am too, I don't know. I just tell the truth. And when people come to my channel and they're commenting about, bullshit, saying they need help on this live stream, and then they're not reaching out to me in the DMs, you know what that tells me? That's attention-seeking behavior. If you want help, you will call my ass. You will reach out to me in the DMs. You will email me. You will stalk me down to find me. Okay? And so a lot of people, what they'll do is they'll need help and they'll come over here and comment, and then I'll never hear from them again. And that's just straight up, that's attention. You want attention? I'll give you the attention you want, but this is a place where we're trying to help people that need help. And if you really want the help, all you gotta do is ask for it, and I got mad resources and all kind of people that can get you scholarships and everything. But a lot of people don't want that. They don't want the help. They're not willing to go to the treatment. Christy, how did your meeting go? Christy went to a meeting, you guys. I know, Captain, and that's why I feel that's why I can say that, it has to be that desperation. Because, real talk, before I had my son, I was never going to stop doing drugs. I had no reason to. I didn't care about myself, and that's what I see in this poor lady. She doesn't even care about herself. Maybe she had, like for me, I had some little life relying on me that I loved so much that I was willing to do what it took. I think that if I never had my son, I would have never gotten sober. Never. Because I just didn't give a fuck about me. And that's just the truth. I would have never, ever gotten sober. And so when I see some girls that, are young and they don't have kids and they're partying, and it makes me sad because I wonder if they're going to be like that, if they're never going to get sober, Because it really does, you really have to start caring about yourself enough to help. And a lot of us, we're just so broken. You either have to, something has to happen. I'm telling you, something drastic. Maybe getting caught doing something you're not supposed to be doing and get put in jail for a while. And then the jailer offers you treatment. Some people get help like that. They get in trouble with the law, and then the law gives them treatment. And, then maybe they hear something that resonates with them and they make a change. You know what I mean? But a lot of the time they'll get that help and they'll go right back out. Nate, what are you doing, buddy? I'm making your oatmeal. Yes, that's how Nate was for me, Jamie. Because I'm telling you, like, I just... Me too, girl. Hey, April, where have you been? I've missed you, sis. I went well. Oh my God, Christy, I'm gonna cry. What? Oh my God, I am so proud of you. That is so awesome. I told you would find help there. Didn't it feel good to be around all those people that know what you've been through? Didn't it feel so good to connect with those people in real life and all the wonderful ladies? Oh my God. See, that is so great. I know what it's like. Believe that. I remember my first meeting, and when I went in, I felt the same way. I could not stop crying. That is so awesome, girl. That is so awesome. That's what I'm talking about. There you go. And then but go ahead. Some of us are like Christy, and we get our experience over time. And what happens is over time, shit just gets bad. And we finally say, you know what? Enough is enough. I got to get help. You know, they call those people, those kind of people, the educational variety, where it's almost like, I don't know how to explain it, just over time, we finally get to a point where we're like, yes, Nathaniel, I'm not leaving you. We're in the same house. You're...
Mommy's not leaving me down here.
Okay, son. Jamie, a sponsor is someone who works you through the 12 steps of Alcoholics Anonymous or whatever fellowship you go to. It is a sponsor, somebody that you can call. Well, you call them every day, and you build a relationship with that person, and they take you through the steps, and they teach you how to live your life without drugs and alcohol, and they help you to learn new coping skills. But their main thing that they do is working 12 steps, and through working the 12 steps, you have a spiritual experience, and you build a relationship with a power greater than yourself. But it's like me. Yes, my son. When you get yourself a sponsor, it's just like, right. It's like somebody that you can talk to about anything, you guys. And it's a great feeling to have. And you know what? Even if you don't work the 12 steps, you can still get a sponsor or a mentor or an accountability partner. It's just someone who has been sober longer than you have, who can help you in your journey. Like, we all need somebody to talk to. You know, I know Captain, she's not a 12-stepper, but like, I'm sure she has people that she can reach out to that are sober, that she looked to, that she can talk to. You know what I mean? And there's so many other programs now, you guys, besides 12 steps that, yes, we've been playing all day, girl. Jamie, I cannot tell you how many people say that. But you guys know that y'all can call me anytime. A lot of y'all that have my number, and I don't mind you calling me. I love you, son. This child. Will you go eat that oatmeal, please, son? Look how big he's getting, you guys. Mom, look.
I'm bigger.
Show Nana how big you are.
I'm actually bigger than you.
Yeah.
And then when I grow up, I'll be this tall.
Yeah, you're probably going to be tall because your dad's tall.
Actually, my armor's longer, my arm.
What was that sound? Your belly?
What?
You just drank that milk really fast, didn't you?
What?
I can hear the water in your stomach. I know Sandra, isn't he the cutest? I love him so much. He's my little angel baby. Y'all. Ooh. Ooh, you're shaking it up. Go eat your oatmeal, baby.
How did that? Oh. Does this?
All right, go eat your oatmeal. Go eat your oatmeal, okay? Daddy's going to be home. We're going to have a great time. We're going to have a little sleepover tonight.
How can we?
Okay, ladies, let's get off recovery for a second. I need to ask y'all ladies something. How do you guys get your kids out of the bed? Like, how do y'all get your kids to not sleep with you in the bed at night? Hey, Leonard, my mom's in the stream. Say hi to my mom. Hey, Mom, her opiate fix. That's my very good friend. He's from Chicago, and he is a triple OG.
Is that Bell's poop? No, it's...
No, that's just his shoes. How do y'all get your kids out of the middle of the bed? Nathaniel, every night, he sleeps in the middle of me and Neil. And every night, I take him and I put him in his bed, right? And then he comes back out and he'll tell me, what do you say?
I'm never going to my bed again.
And then also he's been telling me that he wants me to wipe his butt until he's 16. And I'm like, no, baby, you have to. Oh, it's so hard, you guys. We slept with Nick ever since he was little, and he's always with me. You know, because whenever I got him back, I don't know. Y'all, when I got my son back, I had such bad guilt and shame from having him taken that I was like, no, he's sleeping with me, damn it. You know? And now I wouldn't change it. I wouldn't have changed it because he needed to be with me, you know? Yeah, Mom, we got a baby monitor. And he's got his own bed. It's literally in our room. His crib is in our room. It's a toddler bed now. We took the thing off. And Nate, if you don't go eat that oatmeal, Nathaniel, look at me right now. Put them down and go eat your oatmeal, son. Thank you. I waste so much food cooking for him. You know, I figure when he gets older, he's not going to want to be in bed with us all anymore. You know what I mean? I know, Mom.
Did you say?
Nothing, son.
Did you say not eating any more food?
I said when you get older, you're probably going to want to sleep in your own bed.
That bed is this like a baby.
You want to get a big boy bed with a race car bed? Does that sound cool? Or bunk beds?
What's a bunk bed?
It's two beds, one on top of the other.
Sure. I'll be on the up.
Okay. Mm-hmm. I know, Mom. I know. I'm working today. Oh, Lord. I've been doing so good, you guys, on my healthy eating. I have not went out to eat. I went out to eat the other day, but it was Subway. And I was so freaking proud of myself. It's hard, you guys, for me because I really like to eat. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, Lord Farius, my mom's up in here, so act right. Mom, this week has been so difficult for me, you guys. Trying to not eat shit food. It's like, I don't know what it is, but I automatically gravitate towards like carbs and like really just food that is just not, it's not that it's bad food, but it's just fattening food. Like for me, I would love to just eat tortillas, rice, beans, and steak, like a carne asada. Do what, baby? Sandra, I know, me too. If and then when I eat them, I don't. Oh, it's just an ongoing battle for me, you guys, with my eating habits, and that's like, I am addicted to sugar, Mom. It's horrible too. Today, I didn't have any sugar, so I had the worst headache. So I got a Mountain Dew and drank half of it, and then gave the rest to Neil. That's what I've been doing, Jamie. And I have this, you guys, that y'all need to get. It's called the Sunny Side Hypnosis. It's for emotional weight loss. Hey, moms, that's what I've got, because I've got the chicken breasts already cooked, and I have my steamable vegetables. But you guys, I'm telling you, like, steamable vegetables and chicken breasts, it's just not like, I don't know, my body craves like comfort food. Ugh, it's crazy. But I'm making progress. I've lost a pound, and I'm staying on top of it. Like, I'm not binging. I haven't, like, I ate my dinner before 6, and I'm not eating the rest of the evening. So hopefully I'll make it through the night. That's the problem I'm having, is through the night, going through the night and not waking up and eating. You know, my mom has been doing keto, and she has lost so much weight. If you don't go over there and eat that oatmeal, I'm telling you right now, son, you're really testing me. Go eat it. I know. Okay, guys, I'm going to get on here, though. I'm going to get ready for nighttime. Nate's got a mom. We would love to have you again. And I'll see you guys later. Have a good night. Thanks for being here. And, yeah, so I'll talk to y'all later. Bye. Okay, buddy.